Hello. Now we're going to talk about the nervous system. Let's see. The nervous system, the neurology defined, is defined as the study or the scientific study of the structure, the function, and the pathology of the nervous system. It controls and coordinates the functions of the other systems, making them work harmoniously and efficiently. So when we talk about the division of the nervous system, we have the cerebral spinal system, the peripheral nervous system, and the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic. These words can get us, so feel free to jack them up sometimes like I do. When we talk about the nervous system, the principal parts are the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. So the cerebral spinal system, they're also known as the central nervous system. It consists of the brain, the spinal cord, the spinal nerves, and the cranial nerves. It controls the consciousness and all mental activities. So when you are using scents or you're using smells and your client may be a little down or a little depressed, you can use certain type of oils that would trigger those nerve endings to help make them feel better. It also controls the consciousness, the voluntary functions of the five senses, the seeing, the feeling, the smelling, and the tasting. These are voluntary muscle actions, including all body movements and facial expressions. You have the peripheral nervous system. It's made up of sensory and motor nerve fibers that connect the peripheral, the outer parts of the body, to the central nervous system. It has both sensory and motor nerves, carries messages to and from the central nervous system. It's going to carry them there, and it carries them to it. Just say if you're massaging or if you're using products, it's telling your body or sending messages to the brain. This is relaxing her. This is helping her to calm down. This is helping her to helping her body to heal, because some things that we use is therapeutic, and so we want to make sure that it helps out that customer's body to heal. You have the autonomic nervous system. This controls the involuntary muscles. It regulates the action of the smooth muscles, the glands, and the blood vessels, and the heart. And then you have a diagram there. The brain and the spinal cord. The brain is the largest mass of the body tissue. The largest mass of the body tissue. The average weight is between 44 to 48 ounces. It's a little big, it's a little heavy. It contains 12 pair of cranial nerves. The spinal cord originates in the brain. You might want to remember that the spinal cord originates in the brain. And you have 31 pairs of spinal nerves. So when we talk about the brain and the spinal cord, again, it's the largest mass of tissue in the body. And it has the average weight of 44 to 48 ounces. Then you have the four parts of the brain. You have the cerebrum. It contains the cerebral cortex, from which most messages from the brain are sent. They send the messages. You have the cerebellum. It controls the movement. It coordinates the voluntary muscle activity, and it maintains balance and the equilibrium. You have the diencephalon. It contains the thalamus and the hypothalamus. These are hormones, hormonal stimulants. You have the brain stem. It connects the spinal cord to the brain. It regulates the breathing, the heartbeat, and our blood pressure. The spinal cord, again, originates in the brain, and it's a continuation of the brain stem and originates there. It extends down to the lower extremity of the trunk and is protected by the spinal column. 31 pairs of spinal nerves are on there that connects the trunks and the limbs. You have the neuron in the nerve system. It's the primary structural unit of the nervous system. It's composed of the cell body and the nucleus. You have the dendrites. These are tree-like fibers, branches extending from the nerve cell that receive impulses from other neurons. The axon and the axon terminal, they send impulses to other neurons, to other glands, to other muscles. The nerves, they are long whitish cords made up of bundles of fibers held together by connective tissue through which impulses are transmitted. You know what? I just sit and wonder sometimes. I'm like, how did they find out all about this body? Our bodies are so unique. It's so intriguing. It's just like, wow, this is cool to try and figure out how all of this works. Or that's in my mind, so to say. Then you have the types of nerve. You have the sensory. They carry impulses from the sense organs to the brain. They are motor. They carry impulses from the brain to the muscles. And then you have the reflex. They automatically respond to a stimuli. Like if you touch something hot and you automatically pull it off. That's your reflex. And then I think we're going to stop right here for just a moment, and we'll start back with this on another day. So this was just to give you just be talking through some of the things or the muscles and the tissues that we'll have to learn, so it won't be so boring when you read it. But understand, it may be boring. It may be like, oh my God, why do I have to have this? Because eventually you will need this information when you go into the practice. And remember, you know, we are not doctors, we are not nurses, but the aesthetics portion is the beginning, or it's like the small entryway into the medical field. And so when you are doing these services on your client, when you are talking to them, when you are performing the services, there are so many things that can go wrong if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know how to massage, and you're massaging a person from origin into insertion, you can hurt them because you're reversing the blood flow. You should always massage from the insertion to origin, because again, like I told you earlier, you want everything to flow in the system of that circulatory system. But by me just being an esthetician, that wouldn't be something you think I would need to know. Well, yes, we massage people. We do relaxation massage, or even with certain types of massage and stimuli, understanding that, you know, when you have women that are pregnant, there are certain things that you can't, or certain places like the wrist and the ankle that you shouldn't massage unless you are certified as a massage therapy for pregnancy, because you can cause your client to go into premature labor. And so all of this is important. It may not seem it, but I can't stress to you enough the importance of you understanding when we go into doing the facial massage. We massage around the orbicularis oculi. We massage around there. We massage in the nasal cavity. When we come here, the sinus cavity, where it dips down into the nasal cavity to release that pressure of congestion. We have, or even just, you know, a lot of people that talk a lot, when you're massaging around that mouth, you're able to nurture and to help strengthen the orbicularis oris. You are able to go in and do that as an esthetician. But if you don't know your stuff, if you don't know or have some type of training on these muscles, it puts you in jeopardy of hurting your client. And that's not what we want. We want you educated, and we want you to know what you know, so that you can be the best esthetician that you can be. You will hear me throughout your whole career at Columbus Tech that you have me as an instructor. You are the best of the best. You are the cream of the crop. You are professionals. This is what sets you apart from the rest of the world. We produce great estheticians here. And so I'm just elated that you all are part of our team, and we're going to see you soar. So I look forward to talking with you soon, and you have an amazing day.